I want to make this video for a few reasons. The main reason is, well, I just want to talk about the music that I like. I want to share some stuff, recommend some stuff. There's some stuff that I would love to recommend that I don't have. I need to look here. There's some stuff that I want to recommend that I don't have because it's like super rare or super niche. Oh well, maybe I'll do a separate video talking about digital music, if that's fun. Second reason is because I recently got into collecting vinyl. Collecting, if you can even call it that. I guess any collection is a collection, but whatever. Yeah, I think it's been like 2 or 3 months. I'll put the date up here because I don't remember it. I got a turntable and I was like, this is really cool. I'm gonna start spending way too much money on this. I've also been listening to music a lot, like going through as many albums as I can until I get bored. Been going through like 2 albums a day on average. And filling up my list. I'll put a picture up here of everything. Another reason why I'm doing this now is, well, I've wanted to do this video for a while, but I finally decided to just do it because we're moving. Moving to a new apartment, and I want to do a cool special thing. One last video in this apartment, and yeah, it's just like a cool memory. Cool. We're gonna look back at this like, oh, I remember this apartment. Anyway, let's get into the vinyl. Muse. This vinyl is the first one that I got back in 2018, I think. This was before I knew I was gonna be doing vinyl collection this was just like a cool one-time thing. I was really into Muse, like hardcore. Only listened to Muse. Every single B-side, every unreleased track, every whatever. As you can tell, I haven't been really taking care of this album in specific. Really, it's a bit beat up, and it was kind of just laying somewhere off to the side. I forgot I even had this. It's cool, you got the lyrics. Yeah, it's very beat up, very not clean at all, but sorry. It's also like, it's sticky inside. It's very dirty. Not my favorite album by any means of theirs. It was just new, and the cover is really cool. I really like this cover. I haven't listened to this album or any track on it in like 2 years, but I remember it being cool. I think my favorite track would be... What's my favorite track? Thought Contagion, or I'm forgetting the track names. They're on here. Yeah, Propaganda, this one. Can't see. There you go. This is a cool track. Yeah, I mean, if you like synth pop stuff and like rock, soft rock, this is a cool album for you, maybe. Muse really got me into music, pretty much. Got me into playing guitar, got me into playing drums, keyboard. Again, listened to fucking every album of theirs, loved it. Origin of Symmetry, one of my favorite albums ever. I'll probably do like a top album list maybe in the future later. Simulation Theory, first album I got. It's pretty fun. So you know how I mentioned Muse got me into playing guitar and instruments and music in general? It also got me into Rocksmith, which is when I discovered this band, Radiohead, In Rainbows. This actually wasn't the first album of theirs I listened to. That would be OK Computer, which, believe it or not, the first track off of that album that I ever heard was Paranoid Android. Again, through Rocksmith. Played through it once, fucking loved it. I was like, what is this? This music exists and I haven't listened to it yet. And obviously all the Muse and Radiohead comparisons, I finally gave in. I'm like, okay, what is this Radiohead band that keeps getting compared to Muse, which was my favorite band at the time. Basically the only band I ever got into, because that was the first time I really got into music. Now Radiohead is my favorite band of all time, and it has been for like 6 years. And this album. This is an OK Computer, but this is In Rainbows, and it's probably my favorite album ever. I don't know if anything's ever gonna beat this album. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. So 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. Every single second of this album, I'm always in the mood for In Rainbows. I think everyone should listen to it. It's not that long, and it's great. Everyone I recommended it to so far enjoyed it, so. I mean, it's In Rainbows. How, like, it's a fucking classic. Here you also got lyrics and stuff. Pretty cool. Cool cover. I got this album when I was like just started collecting stuff. So that one I got in 2018. This one I got like a few months ago. Favorite track? Either Weird Fishes or All I Need. Yeah, Weird Fish is definitely, I don't know. It just gets me. It just hits. If you don't want to listen to this entire album, just listen to Weird Fishes and then decide. Probably my favorite track ever made. Although, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I really have a favorite track, because it changes every week. So yeah, In Rainbows, Radiohead. Radiohead Kid A. This is another Radiohead album that I just had to get, because holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is another album I really recommend everyone listens to. It's unique. It's weird. It's just weird, yeah. Where In Rainbows was just a good album, this is kind of like a good experience, but it's not something I'd listen to anytime and like just living life. What I mean by that is you kind of have to just listen to it. You can't really, I don't know. It's not relaxing or anything. Or what is this album? Year 2000, by the way. What a crazy way to open up a millennia. Speaking of opening up, this one opens, has some cool art inside. It's pretty trippy. Whoa, it's gonna eat you. Whoa. Everything in its right place. Super cool track. Love testing headphones with it. This is the first track I played when I got the new headphones, which aren't new anymore, but pretty expensive. And yeah, that was a fucking trip. Sounds great on vinyl. I don't know which pressing this is. I can't really tell. So, I mean, I don't know if that means anything, but yeah, apparently the 2018 one, I mean, is like a fan favorite. I don't think this is the 2018 one, but it still sounds great. Closing track, motion picture, soundtrack. The only song that consistently makes me cry. I don't know, it's just something about it. Those harps and the organ, the pump organ. Getting emotional just thinking about that track. Anyway, Kid A. Really wild experience. Synths, guitars, nasty bass, nasty drums, incredible vocals. I mean, it's another classic. You gotta have it, gotta love it. And of course, what's Radiohead without Thom Yorke? This is ANIMA, the second album I ever got. I believe it was 2019 or 2020. It's a really cool cover. It's also got multiple textures, which I really like. You got cool art. I don't know what this is, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, Thom Yorke's solo stuff, I really like. I love the vibe. It's really inspiring. It inspired a lot of my music. If you heard any of it, you probably recognize the inspiration by listening to this album, specifically this album. Dawn chorus, I still don't know how you get a synth to sound like that and be so powerful, just a synth. The axe, also great vocals. Twist, fucking cool. Yeah, ANIMA, cool. Smells good too. Thom Yorke solo stuff. Yeah, favorite track is Dawn Chorus. I also forgot to mention the Kid A favorite track. Everything in its right place. Probably. I don't know. It changes like every month. The slime. The smile. Look at that. That's so cool. Another Thom Yorke Radiohead related thing. This time it's Thom Yorke and Johnny from Radiohead, and then Tom Skinner. And Tom Skinner from something, I forgot, sorry. Wall of Eyes. This came out recently, start of the year. Really cool. Bending Hectic, really beautiful. Although hot take, I think the demo live version sounded much better. But yeah, you also got Teleharmonic, which is my favorite track from this record. It's, oh man, this is so pretty. God, how did they make things like this? Oh, it's also blue. Look at this cool cover. Oh, you got lyrics. It looks like this. Someone actually drew on this with a pencil. It's blue. I like the smile. It's, I don't know. It's kind of Radiohead 2.0, but not really. There's more smiling going on. Someone's gonna stab me for saying that, but oh well. I like this album a lot. It's a nice, short, sweet listen. I believe there's 8 tracks, and they're all pretty good. Well, some of them are kind of okay. Some of them are really good. But yeah. Oh, also, can I just mention the guitars on what's it called? The delay effects on these 2 tracks. I want to come up with stuff like that. That's so cool. Anyway, Wall of Ice, The Slime. Great album. Yeah, it's just cozy. Speaking of cozy, this is Slowdive. Everything is Alive. Their newest album. It's got a really sick cover. I actually haven't heard this band at all. Or before I got the vinyl, sorry. This was the first album I listened to. I listened to like half of the album and then I was like, yeah, I should buy the vinyl. Well, the main reason I bought this vinyl is because the cover looks sick, but also it is the first colored vinyl that I got. It's clear. I don't know why I'm holding it like a McDonald's double cheeseburger, but yeah. Shoegaze is... it's okay. It's alright. I like shoegaze. It's very chill. This album is super chill. If you just want to like fall asleep to something, this is a great album. Sounds great on vinyl. It's a very spacious sound. If you want to complete the maze, here you go. You can pause the video. Favorite track, probably Kisses. It's always stuck in my head, and I want to play this album again. I haven't listened to this album enough, honestly. I only listened to it like twice, so I should probably. It's cool band. Apparently, it's been around for many years. I just never heard of it, because I don't appreciate music enough. I used to not, but now. Onto something less chill. Death Grips, The Money Store. Okay, let me talk about this album for a second. I hated this album when I first listened to it. I couldn't listen to it. I played through Get Got. I played through the first track. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I got to the second track, and I fucking turned it off after like 10 seconds. How do people listen to this? But yeah. Then I just kept coming back for some reason. And now I come back every day, multiple times a day. And it's one of my favorite albums of all time. What is this album? I think once I heard Lost Boys for like the 5th time, that's when I realized that I need this album. Like, I need to hold this album. Yeah, Lost Boys does something to me that nothing has ever done before, and this is an album I wouldn't suggest someone to listen to, personally. I'm not gonna tell you, go listen to this right now, you're missing out. I think it's a better album to just kind of ease into by yourself slowly in a dark room, completely naked, in the peak of winter, as loud as possible. You will get hearing damage from listening to this album, but it'll be worth it. Oh man, I just love the feeling I get when I put this record on, press play, and fucking crank up that volume to the max, and everything in the apartment starts shaking. Amazing album. Really inspirational. Yeah, what a cool album. Minecraft. I'm not the biggest fan of this soundtrack. Super nice, super calming, I could listen to it anytime, just in the background, doing stuff, and be happy. I will say Dry Hands is by far my favorite of the album. It's just, I don't know, just something about those... something about those notes. This one I got very recently. I got this one with the Death Grips album. I know, weird, right? Weirdest purchase I've ever made. I don't think it sounds great, or maybe I just got a dirty vinyl. I actually uploaded a video of that earlier. Yeah, this one's really cool. It's green splatter. Got a really nice earthy color to it. This also has, I think, half of the tracks that are on the actual album. There they all are. I don't know why this couldn't just be a 2 LP, but it's cool. I mean, it's all the tracks that I like, so I cannot complain about the choice. But yeah, Minecraft Volume Alpha. I don't know if I'll get Beta just for area math and a couple other tracks on there, but if I find it, I'll get it, and you'll probably see that in the part 2, if there is a part 2, if I'm gonna be still collecting vinyl in I don't know, in like a year. We'll see. I think I moved the camera setup slightly when I was picking up the other vinyl. This is Boards of Canada. This is Boards of Canada. Geogaddi. Geogaddi. This is a cool, long, experimental IDM, electronic vibe, chill experience. I haven't finished listening to this album properly yet, but it's great. I love all the tracks. It folds out like that, and it's got all this weird fucking. What is that? It's really cool. Just kaleidoscopic. I don't know much to say about this album except it's, again, really inspiring. It inspired a lot of my music. It's just got that warmness, warm hug feeling to it. It's very analog. One of the few electronic albums that just work on vinyl. And it sounds great. Gyroscope, go listen to that. Gyroscope is... Whoa. Favorite track, Gyroscope. I highly recommend listening to that one. Julian Candy is also really amazing. Super cool melody. Clean beat, mixing, everything. There's so much going on in this album. Like hidden secrets, reversed audio, transitions. It's a whole ass movie. It's a trip. If you do drugs regularly, I recommend this even more. Speaking of doing drugs, this album, Flying Lotus, Cosmogramma. What is this album? Dude, okay, so I listened to the first 2 tracks on this album and I immediately wanted to buy it. And so I did. This album, yeah, it's... If you like weird, super hyper ADHD, everything going on at once, loud... There's everything on this album. You got beautiful swells, beautiful string sections, beautiful synths, amazing bass playing. I wish I could play bass like this. It's just, how do you come up with this? And the art is... I just look at this all day. This is so cool. Look at this. You got trains, you got ping pong balls, you got clapping and fapping, and it's very reflective, which is an interesting choice. The mix is a bit harsh, I'll be honest. I wish it didn't hurt to listen to for more than like 10 minutes, but it's worth it. It's weird, but I think everyone should give it a go, because I guarantee you have not heard anything like this, and there's probably not going to be many albums like this, unless there are. Let me know. I want more of this. Really cool. I should probably just listen to more Flying Lotus. The only reason I even got into this album is because I kept seeing the cover art in other people's like videos and stuff. I love the cover art, and turns out I also really love the album, so I'm glad I have this one. Oh, so my favorite track is Pickled. Another album with great bass is just this Gorillaz Demon Days. What a fun little thing. It's not little, it's pretty long. It has a hickey. It's cool. Yeah, Demon Days is one I've been listening to for ages. Also love this. Like, every track has its own little cover, and it's really fun to look at. The detail is really good. I love this album. It's just, if I could hug this album, I would. Actually, I can, so I will. Oh yeah, favorite track. Favorite track, probably... Favorite track would probably be El Mañana. That's a really powerful song. It depresses me every time I listen to it, but I love it. Yeah, I mean, I would say go listen to this, but you probably already have, so. IGOR! Tyler, the Creator, IGOR, is... Okay, hear me out. 2018, right? I listened to a couple of the singles here and there, but I mean, I enjoyed them. I heard Igor's theme on like some video, I don't know. Igor recommended it to me on YouTube for some reason, and I listened to it, and I loved it. And then I heard Earthquake, which I also really liked at the time. I don't like that song now. And then 2019, I listened to I Think. That's the name of the song. And I really liked that one. And then those were like the 3 tracks I listened to for up until a couple months ago, where I really decided to get myself to like this album. I'm glad I did, because this album is really cool, really catchy. It's got a lot of variety. I really like all the sounds and samples and beats and vocals, and yeah, I like this album start to finish. This probably my most played record on the turntable. I don't know, I just keep going back to it. Like it sounds so good. Yeah, it took me like 3 weeks for me to like this album. I don't know. I didn't really care for it for like the first 10 times I listened to all of it. And now it's one of my favorites ever. Which is kind of cool. It's the only album where I knew it existed and I liked some of it, but it took like 5 years to really... 6 years even. God. It took a long time to appreciate this album. And now it's my favorite vinyl. Favorite vinyl that I own. Look at this guy. What was that noise? Okay, that was not good. Favorite track. I don't know. New Magic Wand, maybe. What's Good, maybe. It's a tie. It's a tie between those two. It just gets me going so hard. It's not what I meant. If you like this kind of music, then you've probably already listened to this album 20 times. And if you're not into this kind of music, then, I don't know. Listen to whatever you like. Alright, and that's it. That's my collection so far. I don't want to think about how much money I spent on it already. I'll probably keep spending money on it. Way too much money for next year or two at least. If I do, I'll probably make another one of these videos at the end of next year, or maybe before, if I buy way too many. Again, as I mentioned before, there's more albums that I want to talk about. I just don't have them yet, and I really want to own them and hold them. But maybe that'll be a separate video. Albums that I really like that I cannot get. And spoiler, a lot of Aphex Twin and Nero's Day at Disneyland and Fall of Troy. But that is my collection of vinyl records that I... If you have any album recommendations, let me know and I will listen to them. Thanks for watching my November 2024 album vinyl collection. How many times have I said vinyl in this video? Bye.